While many believers drift into holiday mode in December, the truth is this season carries spiritual weight, and it is not the time to lower your guard. This is not said to create fear, but awareness, because Scripture warns you to stay sober and vigilant, since the enemy looks for moments of fatigue, distraction, and emotional overload to gain ground. December is not just the closing of a calendar year. It is a transitional moment where momentum is either protected or quietly stolen, and the enemy often intensifies pressure precisely when you assume it's safe to relax. Weariness becomes a doorway, especially at night, when spiritual resistance can surface through restless sleep, disturbing dreams, fear, or mental agitation. And these are not always just stress. They are reminders that nighttime is a battleground, and discernment is required. Alongside this, there is often an increase in spiritual interference and manipulation during this season, bringing confusion, resistance, and distraction that attempts to pull you off focus and weaken your clarity, just as Scripture shows opposition rising when truth is about to advance. Emotional pressure also tends to intensify, as heaviness, anxiety, and discouragement look for cracks created by loneliness, grief, unmet expectations, or end-of-year exhaustion, whispering hopeless thoughts that feel sudden and overwhelming, even if you are not normally prone to them. Relationships are another frequent target, as stress and fatigue make room for strife, misunderstanding, and division, especially during gatherings that should reflect unity, reminding you that Scripture is clear. Where strife exists, confusion and disruption follow, and unity must be guarded intentionally. Prayer and spiritual focus are often challenged as well, not through outright opposition, but through subtle dullness, procrastination, and spiritual slumber. Even though Jesus made it clear that watching and praying is essential to avoid temptation, especially in moments of transition. Mental overload and confusion can creep in unexpectedly, clouding discernment and making it harder to hear God clearly, even though He is not the author of confusion, but of peace. And this is where spiritual discernment becomes critical. Financial pressure may also rise through unexpected expenses, fear around provision, or anxiety about the future, not merely as practical challenges, but as attempts to shake your trust and plant worry that carries into the next season. The enemy also works through diversion, pushing rushed decisions, wrong connections, or premature quitting just before a new season begins, knowing that choices made in moments of fatigue often shape what follows. Delays, disruptions, and stalled progress may appear as well, not as coincidence, but as resistance designed to slow momentum and frustrate perseverance. Finally, old patterns and cycles may attempt to resurface, not because you are weak, but because the enemy tests doors before the year turns, hoping to carry old bondage into a new season. Yet the truth remains that December is not a month of fear, but a month to stay awake, because God supplies wisdom, strength, and authority to those who remain alert. And you are not powerless or unprepared. You are called to finish the year discerning, grounded, and aligned. If this message stirred recognition in you, take a moment to reflect and share in the comments which area you feel most challenged to guard as you move forward.